What if extinction is a lie? What if monsters from our ancient past never truly vanished, just went deeper, quieter, deadlier? From deep oceans to dark forests, sightings, whispers, and fears remain. Today we count down 10 prehistoric creatures that might still exist. Number 10, the Megalania. Our list begins in the scorched heart of Australia. Among the red sands and craggy ridges, ancient stories speak of a beast, a lizard so large it could devour a man whole. This is Megalania, a prehistoric monitor lizard believed to have grown up to 23 feet long and weighed over 1,000 pounds, a walking nightmare with venomous saliva, razor-sharp claws, and a tail like a battering ram. It roamed the Australian continent just 40,000 years ago, linked in geological time. In fact, it likely lived alongside the first Aboriginal people. But here's the mystery. To this day, locals report sightings of giant lizards far exceeding the size of any known species, leaving behind massive tracks and evidence of large animal kills. Some cattle disappear without a trace. Some remote outposts whisper of eyes watching from the dark. Could Megalania have survived, hiding in the vast, uncharted interior of Australia? Or are we simply catching echoes of something ancient and very much alive? Number 9, the Thylacine. It wasn't massive, it wasn't reptilian, but it shouldn't still be here. Thylacine, or Tasmanian tiger, was a carnivorous marsupial that looked like a strange fusion of dog, tiger, and kangaroo. It was declared extinct in 1936, with the death of the last known specimen in captivity. And yet, there are over 1,200 reported sightings in the wild since then, some by biologists and park rangers. Footage emerges now and then, blurry, compelling. Trail cameras catch glimpses of striped backs, stiff tails, and dog-like silhouettes with unusual gaits. Unlike other creatures on this list, this one doesn't require fantasy, just survival against the odds. If the Thylacine still exists, it's not a monster, it's a miracle. Number 8, the Moa. High in the misty forests of New Zealand, strange things move among the trees. Footprints too large for any known bird. Sounds like thunder when something runs, but nothing is ever seen clearly. They say the Moa is extinct, a towering flightless bird related to ostriches and emus that could grow up to 12 feet tall and weigh nearly 600 pounds. It dominated New Zealand's ecosystem until about 600 years ago, when humans hunted it to extinction. But recent discoveries challenge that timeline. Some bones have been dated to only 200 to 300 years ago. Multiple local legends, especially among the Maori people, tell of enormous birds vanishing into the bush. Even modern hikers have reported brief sightings of massive feathered creatures dashing through the underbrush, seen just long enough to terrify, never long enough to prove. Perhaps the Moa isn't gone, just hiding. Number 7, the Gigantopithecus. Our next creature is no marine reptile or thunderous bird. It's something far more unsettling, because it looks almost human. Gigantopithecus was the largest ape to ever walk the earth, standing up to 10 feet tall and weighing as much as 1,200 pounds. This monstrous primate lived in Southeast Asia nearly 300,000 years ago. It was thought to be a gentle giant, feeding mostly on bamboo. Don't let its herbivore diet fool you. If threatened, it could unleash unimaginable force. But here's the twist. Its fossils have only been found in limestone caves, suggesting it may have been a reclusive forest dweller, shy and hidden. And to this day, cultures from China to Nepal to North America speak of giant, hairy, bipedal creatures haunting their remote forests. Call it Yeti, Sasquatch, or Bigfoot. The descriptions are eerily similar. Could Gigantopithecus have evolved into a more elusive species, one that watches us, never allows itself to be truly seen? Number 6, the Pliosaur. Picture a crocodile. Now imagine it's 40 feet long, with fins instead of legs, and jaws powerful enough to crush the skull of a T-Rex. This was the Pliosaur, an ancient marine reptile, one of the most brutal predators the ocean has ever known, the most infamous of them all, Kronosaurus. It ruled the seas around 100 million years ago, and its skull alone could be over 10 feet long, packed with conical teeth the size of kitchen knives. Now here's where it gets disturbing. Fishermen and naval officers alike have told stories of massive, serpent-like beasts with heads far too large to be whales and bodies with no dorsal fin, vanishing beneath the waves just as quickly as they surfaced. Some believe these are misidentified squid or basking sharks. Others are not so sure. In a world where 95% of the ocean remains unexplored, is it so impossible to believe that something ancient and monstrous still swims beneath us? Number 5. The Titanoboa. Deep in the sweltering heart of the Amazon, beneath tangled vines and endless canopy, something ancient may still slither. They say the forest has eyes, but what if it also has fangs the size of machetes? Meet Titanoboa, a snake that made anacondas look like garden worms. This monstrous serpent lived around 60 million years ago, could grow up to 50 feet long, and weighed more than a ton. It was strong enough to crush a crocodile to death in its coils and swallow it whole. It didn't need venom, just raw, prehistoric power. Deep in the Amazon, locals whisper of a black serpent as thick as a barrel, long enough to block rivers. Canoes vanish, strange wakes ripple through still waters. But in 1959, a Belgian pilot flying over the Congo saw something terrifying. 50-foot snake with a head as wide as a car. And no, that photo wasn't fake. Is Titanoboa still out there? Maybe. The jungle keeps its secrets. Number 4. Quetzalcoatlus. Imagine a creature flying overhead, casting a shadow the size of a fighter jet. You look up. Too late. It's already diving. This is Quetzalcoatlus, the largest flying animal to ever exist, with a wingspan reaching 40 feet and a height taller than a giraffe. It wasn't just a pterosaur, it was a skyborne terror. It lived about 70 million years ago, stalking planes like a stork and taking off like a demon on the wind. Some scientists believe it could lift prey the size of a human child and carry it away mid-flight. Now here's where it gets strange. From Texas to Papua New Guinea, people report sightings of giant winged creatures. No feathers, leathery wings, beaked mouths. Some call them Thunderbirds, others Ropen. They vanish into clouds, never photographed clearly. The fear is real. Could Quetzalcoatlus, or a relative, have survived in remote skies? Are they ancient relics or returning gods? Number 3. The Livyatan. The ocean's apex predator isn't the shark. It never was. It was Livyatan melvilli, a prehistoric sperm whale from hell, named after the biblical sea monster. This thing wasn't a filter feeder. It was a killer of other whales. Roughly 60 feet long, it had foot-long conical teeth in both jaws, the largest of any predator in Earth's history. It lived around 12 million years ago, and evidence shows it hunted Megalodon, one of the most feared sharks ever. So why do some deep-sea explorers claim to have heard massive sonar clicks, far larger than any living whale? Why do some recovered whale carcasses show signs of bites too large, too deep, too clean? The deep ocean is still Earth's final mystery, and it might still echo with the song of something monstrous. Number 2. The Helicoprion. It sounds like a creature from a science fiction nightmare. A shark with a spiral saw of teeth coiled under its jaw, capable of shearing prey like a woodchipper. Meet the Helicoprion, a bizarre, terrifying predator that lived around 270 million years ago, ruling the oceans with its unique evolutionary weapon. It could grow up to 25 feet long, with a twisted spiral of hundreds of teeth used to slice fish and squid with brutal precision. For years, paleontologists didn't even know what they were looking at. Just fossils of spiral-toothed whorls with no clear placement. But when reconstructed, the result was horrifying. What's chilling is that, in recent decades, deep-sea sonar scans have picked up unidentified moving masses, larger than any known shark, lurking in the darkest reaches of the Pacific and Indian Oceans. The ocean is Earth's final frontier, and in its crushing black depths, it's not impossible that Helicoprion, or something like it, still lives, undisturbed and undetected. Number 1. The Mosasaur. You've seen it in Jurassic World, a massive sea beast breaching the surface, jaws open like a gate to another dimension. That wasn't fiction. That was the Mosasaur, the real-life sea dragon, growing up to 50 feet long, with triple-hinged jaws and paddle-like limbs. It wasn't just a predator, it was death given fins. Its bite was stronger than a T-Rex, its speed unmatched in open water, and it hunted everything: fish, turtles, sharks, even other mosasaurs. Supposedly extinct 65 million years ago, it vanished with the dinosaurs. And yet, in 1977, a Japanese fishing boat hauled up what looked like a decomposing mosasaur off the coast of New Zealand. Experts were baffled. Photos were published in newspapers. To this day, the carcass is debated. Fishermen still report seeing serpent-like creatures longer than their boats in the Pacific. Some even say they've seen jaws breach the surface, only to disappear into waves like shadows. What if the mosasaur never left? Maybe they're not gone. Maybe they're watching, waiting. Extinction might just mean we stopped looking. Which of these ancient beasts do you think still exists? Tell us below, and don't forget to subscribe, because some things were never meant to stay buried.